Hina is a liar. Everyone in the small town of Badapa knew Hina. She was 32, unmarried, lived alone in a rented house on the edge of the town, and worked at the local library. She wore the same kind of clothes every day, plain cotton salwar suits, and always had a polite smile. But Hina had a reputation. She was a liar. People said she made up stories, that she couldn't be trusted, that she told lies even when there was no need. Some said she claimed her father was a retired colonel. Others heard she told children. She used to be a famous dancer. Once she told someone she had lived in Paris for 3 years. All lies, they said. And yet there was something about Hina that made people curious. Some ignored her, but many listened to her stories just to laugh behind her back. But no one really knew the truth. The library girl Hina worked in the library 6 days a week. It was a dusty old place with wooden shelves, cracked windows and a leaking roof. Few people came except for children, old men and students who couldn't afford Wi-Fi. She treated every visitor with kindness. Children loved her voice. She read stories with passion, acting out parts and giving characters different voices. Elderly people came just to sit and talk to her, and she always listened, truly listened, even when others only heard. But every now and then, someone would whisper that Hina is such a liar. She says she once met APJ Abdul Kalam at a train station. The newcomer one rainy Monday. A new man came to the library. He looked to be in his 40s, tall, wearing glasses and a worn-out leather jacket. He asked for biographies. Hina smiled. We have a few but not many. This one is on Ratan Tata, and this, well, it's about a lesser-known mountaineer who lost both his legs in the Himalayas. The man smiled. Thank you. I'm Faisal. Hina, she said. Extending her hand, he shook it gently. People say you lie a lot. Hina laughed softly. People say a lot of things. Would you like some tea? It's free for readers. Faisal looked at her for a moment. Sure, and that's how it began. He came every day. He read, sipped tea and talked with Hina. He never judged, and one day, after 3 weeks, he asked, why do you lie, Hina? She looked at him. Do you believe? I do. I believe you tell stories. But I want to know why. She paused. Because sometimes the truth is too painful. The confession. One evening, as they locked up the library, Faisal said, come, let's walk. I want to hear your truth. They walked in silence for a while, under the street lights, past the closed shops. My real name isn't Hina, she said finally. It's Aliyah. He looked at her but didn't say anything. I changed it when I came here. 7 years ago I was married. My husband, he was abusive, not just to me but to my son. Faisal stopped walking. He died, she said, her voice low. My son, he was only 6. One night my husband got angry. He pushed him. He fell, hit his head. I saw it happen. I couldn't save him. Tears welled in her eyes. I ran away. I left everything. I changed my name, moved to a place where no one knew me, and I started lying, not to harm anyone, just to survive, to breathe. Faisal looked at her for a long time, then he held her hand. The turning point. Word spread quickly, as it always does in small towns. Hina is actually Aliyah. She had a son who died. Her husband was a monster. People didn't laugh anymore. Some felt guilty. Some tried to apologize. Others remained quiet. But something had changed. Faisal, it turned out, was a journalist. He wrote about her not as the liar Hina, but as the woman who survived. His article went viral. People from all over the country wrote to her, thanking her for her courage, her honesty and her ability to keep going. And then something strange happened. The lies she once told about meeting Abdul Kalam, about dancing, about Paris, didn't seem so bad anymore. In fact, some people started to believe that maybe, just maybe, they were metaphors. Dreams, hopes she gave herself when life had taken everything else away. The visit. Months passed. The library got funding after the article, thanks to donations from readers. It was renovated. Hina was made the official manager. She hired 2 assistants. She smiled more. One day, a young girl came to the library with her mother. My daughter wanted to meet you, the woman said. Hina smiled at the child. Do you like stories? The girl nodded shyly. She saw your interview online. Her mother said she lost her father last year. She stopped speaking, but after watching you, she started writing stories again. Hina knelt in front of the girl and held her hand. Do you want to write your own book someday? She asked. The girl nodded. Then start today. The twist. Years passed. Hina's story became a case study in resilience and trauma recovery. She was invited to speak at colleges, women's shelters, and even at a TEDx event. Each time she told her story, never hiding her past but always ending with hope. Faisal proposed, she said yes. And then just 3 months before their wedding, a man arrived in Badrapur. His name was Aslan, and he claimed to be Hina's Ali's husband. She's lying, he told the local police. She ran away with another man. She took money from me. She was never abused. Our son died in an accident. I have proof. It hit the town like a storm. News channels picked it up. Social media exploded. Was Hina a liar after all? The inspiring woman with a dark secret. Truth or performance? The trial. Hina was shaken. She had rebuilt her life from ashes. And now the ghost of her past had returned, not just in rumors but with legal action. Aslan filed a defamation case and accused her of theft and emotional manipulation. The court hearings began. Faisal stood by her. Her community supported her. But the pain was back. During the trial, Aslan presented photos, receipts, and even a police report from years ago, where Hina had been charged with abandoning family. On the surface it looked like he was telling the truth. But Hina had something stronger, her diary. It was discovered during renovations at the old library. In a box of old books she had packed away and forgotten, pages filled with her handwriting. Dated months before she left her husband, details of the abuse, photos of bruises. A recording of her son crying after a beating. Letters she never posted to NGOs seeking help. It was damning real. Raw, and it saved her. The judge ruled in her favor. Islam was fined for false allegations. The defamation case was dismissed, but something more important had happened. People saw the cost of truth. They saw that what they once mocked as lies were, in fact, shields. A woman's desperate attempt to give herself stories to live by when reality had become unbearable. Hina didn't return to normal life immediately. She took a break, went away for a month, and came back, quieter but stronger, and on her return, she gave a speech in front of the library. The final story: people say I lied, she said, standing under the new sign that read Bad Ripa Library, managed by Hina Ali Akhan. And I lied to protect myself. I lied because the truth was too heavy. But here's what I've learned. Lies can be dangerous, but sometimes they are bandages. They cover the wounds until we are strong.